Hey everyone! If you didn't already notice with the intro, today we're going to be looking at the mangrove keys of Biscayne National Park. So to sum it up, the mangrove keys in Biscayne National Park are an important part of South Florida's coastline. They aren't just a bunch of trees, they're a living system that helps protect the coast and support lots of different plants and animals. Over time, this ecosystem slowly formed through the natural processes, mainly because of red mango trees, which play the biggest role in shaping the area. Now, to learn more about how exactly these mangrove keys are formed, I brought in an expert from Australia named Graham, who will talk more about how these trees, these islands, these keys are exactly formed.
The red mangrove acts as the foundational species in this delicate process of land formation. Its reproductive strategy involves producing buoyant, cylinder-shaped propagules, which are often mistakenly called seeds or spores, that drift until they become lodged in the shallow, soft sediment of the shore. Upon successful rooting, the mangrove's distinguishing feature, the dense, complex network of interlocking roots, commences the slow process of trapping fine particulate matter. This action gradually stabilizes the surrounding foundation, effectively building new land where previously only an aquatic environment existed.
Thank you, Graham. So here I'm going to show you a quick video on how these propagules are formed. Please forgive the animating. So these seeds, pods, or propagules technically, once they enter the water, they'll start to drift away from the origin tree. Then, at one point, they'll take root and start spreading their branches and capture sediment. Over time, new land will form because of this. This structure is what makes mangroves some of nature's best engineers. Besides helping build land, their root systems act like a natural shield. During extreme weather, like tropical storms and hurricanes, these roots absorb 70% of incoming waves. This helps reduce storm surges and keep the shoreline stable, and prevents major erosion, which protects the inland communities and important buildings. This is what happens to land that is not protected by mangroves during a tsunami or storm surge. And this is mangrove protected land. The biodiversity in mangrove trees is supported by something that seems kind of surprising: dead plant material. When mangrove trees fall into the water, they start to break down or decompose. As they rot, they turn into detritus, which becomes a main energy source for the whole food web. Microorganisms eat the detritus first, starting the food chain. Then small animals like young fish and shellfish feed on those microorganisms. Many of these animals use the mangrove roots as a safe nursery while they grow. This cycle of nutrients repeats over and over, which is what makes mangrove keys so diverse and so full of life. The mangrove ecosystem is an important habitat for many marine species. Why, you may ask? The calm, protected water around the roots act as a nursery, and about 90% of the commercially important fish and shellfish start their lives there. Because of this, the health of the mangroves is closely connected to the fishing and aquaculture in the region. The mangrove keys also provide safe habitats for threatened and endangered animals, like the Florida manatee. The trees and nearby mudflats are important areas for birds to nest and find food, including species like the great white heron and the bald eagle. If mangroves are damaged or destroyed, these species are put at risk, which shows how important it is for people to protect and care for this ecosystem. Even though the mangroves are strong, the mangrove ecosystem in Biscayne National Park are facing more and more threats from people and the environment. Some of these main problems include 1. Pollution and runoff. Waste and sediment from cities and farms can pollute the water, which harms water quality and the food chain. 2. Habitat destruction. Building along the coast can destroy mangrove areas, which take away their ability to protect the shoreline and act as nurseries for marine life. 3. Sea level rise. Rising sea levels caused by climate change are making it harder for mangroves to keep up by forming new land, which can lead to flooding and loss of habitat. Because of these threats, it is important to protect mangroves before more damage is done. In order for this to happen, we need to have stronger environmental laws and invest more in restoration projects so that mangrove keys can continue protecting the coast and support wildlife in the far future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about the mangrove trees in Biscayne.